Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this audio slash video, I wanted to talk about the importance of timing when it comes to interacting with women, getting with girls, attracting girls, and all this other stuff, right? So what is timing? What does that even mean, right? It basically means, when you actually do things, like when you say things, when you make your move, the time when you do it. Also, it can be like how the girl feels at the time when she is interacting with you. Okay, so a lot of times you get rejected because the timing wasn't right. Meaning you met a girl and when you were interacting with her at that time, she was not necessarily not feeling you, but she could have been going through some bullshit, which is what, chicks will sort of like not make shit happen when they're going through some bullshit. They got a lot of shit on their mind. They're emotional, all this other stuff. So the timing was all wrong. You understand? Also, sometimes you actually get with a girl because the timing was right. You understand? So basically you met a chick. She was in a good mood that day. You approached her. You talked to her. She was feeling good. She was like, hell yeah, let's get together. Here's my number, blah, blah, blah. Right? So a lot of times it's because the timing was right at that point when you were trying to get with her. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, in general, right? Women want to be approached by guys that they like. They want to get with dudes that they like and all this other stuff, right? Women, they want that to happen, right? They want to, do that. But a lot of times, even when a dude who approaches a woman that she likes, if he comes at her at the wrong time, meaning a time where she's on some other shit, in some cases, he might not even get with her. She's not going to get with him because, of the timing. You understand? And this is what's interesting about chicks is that, when you're interacting with a girl, right? When we're talking about timing, a chick at one point in time, meaning it could be the same damn night, the same day or whatever. Let's say if you were at a club and let's say it's midnight and let's say you see a chick and you're trying to talk to her, you're trying to holler at her, and let's say it's midnight and then she sort of doesn't want to holler at you, right? She doesn't want to get with you. She's not really trying to talk to you and all this other stuff, right? Now, she does that at midnight. Now at 1:30 a.m., which is like an hour and a half from when you talk to her, right? You could approach her again or run into her in the club again and talk to her. And then now she wants to talk to you. And it's only been an hour and a half because at midnight, she probably didn't want to talk to you because maybe, she was looking for her friends. She was, running to the bathroom. She was just in a funky mood, whatever it is. And then now at 1:30 a.m. when you see her, now she wants to talk. Now she's all talkative. Now everything is cool. You understand? Timing. Right? It's to the point where let's say use that same scenario again. Let's say it's midnight. You're talking to a chick. You're like, yo, what's good? Let me get your number, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, no, I'm okay, whatever, right? And then at 1:30, she meets some other dude. And she's, he's like, yo, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Let me get your number. And she gives him the number. Now, objectively, all a person would say is, well, she gave that guy the number because she was feeling him. And she didn't give you the number because she wasn't feeling you, right? Which could be the case. But in some cases, the reason why you didn't get the number and the reason why he got the number all had to do with timing. Because at midnight, she was just feeling a certain way. And then at 1:30 a.m., which is an hour and a half later, she was feeling a whole different way now. And now she's feeling good about giving out her number and all this other shit. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times it has to do with timing. And this is why, I tell dudes, don't take shit too seriously. Don't take shit personally. Because a lot of times, it's not about, this chick wasn't feeling you or, your game wasn't tight enough. And in most cases, it could be the game thing. But what I'm saying is that a lot of times It's about timing, and the timing is beyond your control, meaning that there are going to be some times where you interact with chicks, and at that moment it's just not going to happen because of how she's feeling and how she's going about things. You understand? Because a lot of times when it comes when it comes to dealing with women, women are about how they feel in the moment. So in the moment, at that time, if she's not feeling it, she's not going to want to talk to you, or she might reject you. Or if she is feeling it in that moment or at that time, that is what is going to make it more likely that she's going to converse with you. You understand? And have that interaction, and you will most likely get that number when you're dealing with the chick. You understand? This is why, like, a lot of times when you go out with a chick, you go out on a date with her and all this other stuff, and if she's in a good mood, if you're, let's say, if you go out to like a comedy club and it's funny and she's laughing and she's in that good mood, you understand, then it becomes a little bit more of a better date because she warms up to you more because she's in that mood. She's in that good mood. Or you can be on a date where, let's say, she gets a phone call, something happened that was, in her family, or her best friend calls her and, they got into a fight or whatever, and now she's all in a bad mood. And then now, the date is kind of like, you understand? Because now she's in that bad mood, right? And so however her mood is in these specific times will dictate how she's going to respond to you, right? So, a lot of times when you approach women out of the blue, chicks you just walk up on and you run up on them, you're like, yo, what up? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. You don't know what state of mind she's in at that time. You don't know how she's feeling at that time. So sometimes the reason why you will get that rejection, or the reason why shit will go the way that you want it to go, is because of timing, right? Now, see, the thing is that timing also applies to when you are interacting with a girl and how you are making the move and how you're coming across. So I talked about, how important flirting is when it comes to interacting with women, right? So the thing is that sometimes when you're talking to a girl, you're flirting with her, right? You will actually get better results if you know about how to time the situation better and know when to do this and when to do that at the right time, right? So for example, if you'll have a dude who, he might see a chick and he's like, he just rolls up on her and he's like, yo, let me get your number. And sometimes that could work. She'll be like, okay, cool. My name is is my number, blah, blah, blah. Some other times you'll go up to the girl and you'll be like, yo, let me get your number. And the shit won't fall through, right? Now, if a guy is flirting with a girl and she's being receptive to his flirting, and then he says, hey, give me your number, right? Let's get together. More times than not, she will give him the number and want to get with him. And it's because when he said, hey, give me the number, he said it at a time where she was feeling him in that moment, because his flirting got her in a certain state of mind. And then once she was in that state of mind, then he was like, hey, give me a number, let's get together. And then that's what made her want to give it to him. You understand? So, the timing is what made it successful, or that interaction successful, because he was like, okay, I'm going to flirt with her. I'm going to see her response. And I see she's responding positively to my flirting. Let me close this deal. Let me close the deal, get her number. You understand? So, a lot of this has to do with timing. Another thing, that helps out when it comes to timing is that when you're dealing with chicks, sometimes you are going to be dating a girl, or you're trying to date a chick or whatever, you're trying to make something happen, and she might, say, oh, I'm not really looking for anything right now. You know, you try to get a girl's number. She's like, oh, you know, I'm just chilling. I'm not trying to really do nothing, blah, blah, blah. Right. And what a lot of guys will do, they'll be like, all right, cool, or whatever. And then they just keep it moving. Right. Now, what you could do is when you're talking to the girl, you could be like, you know, let her know you're interested in or whatever. And then she'll be like, oh, but you know, I'm not really looking for that, blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, all right, cool. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my number, and I want you to call me when you're ready to get down. You understand? Because at this time, she's not really trying to go for it, right? But at a later date, she could probably want something to happen. You understand? Because I've been in that situation plenty of times where I meet a chick and, you know, she would be like, oh, you know, I'll be like, yo, let's do something. And she's like, oh, you know, not really right now, blah, blah, blah. And say, all right, cool. Well, listen, here's my information. Holla at me. And what made it even stronger was that I would let her know that, you know, I was trying to hook up or whatever. Like, yeah, let's get together, make something happen. And so she knew I wanted to hook up with her, but she wasn't really, you know, down for it at that time. So I said, okay, here's my card. Give me a call when you're ready to, you know, get it popping, right? And now sometimes, you know, I'd hear from a girl like 2 weeks later, sometimes 2 months later, but she would call me at the time she was ready to make it happen. But see, the thing is, I sort of left it open for her to do that. I didn't just sort of like, you know, call it a day with her. I was like, here's my information. Holla at me when you're ready to make this happen. Right. Or I remember one time, you know, I met this chick and she had a boyfriend. And, you know, she was like, oh, you know, I'm with my boyfriend and blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, cool. You know what? Here's my number. If that shit don't work out, if y'all break up, just holla at me. You understand? And the thing is, I wasn't even thinking nothing of it. And 6 months down the line, out of the blue, I got a call and she's like, hey, what's up? This is so-and-so. And I'm like, who? And she's like, remember we met at the thing and blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Okay. And so we, you know, we got together and made it happen. You understand? So the thing is that, you know, timing is what is something that's important when it comes to interacting with women. You know, it's important you understanding that, you know, sometimes you're not going to get with a chick because it's not the right time to get with the chick. Do you understand? And there's other times where it's more likely that you will make it happen. Right? And a lot of the times you have really no control over this. Right? You have no control over this. I think the most control you can say sort of that you have is when you are, you know, interacting with a chick and sort of flirting with her and sort of, you know, feeling her out and then making those moves to close the deal or to, you know, make out with her or to have sex. You know, if you time that out, you know, correctly, then, you know, more times than not, you're going to have success in those areas, right? But there's other areas where you have no control over, meaning you meet a girl on the street, random girl on the street, and, you know, she's rejecting you. And it could be because she's just not feeling you, or it could be, again, one of those moments where the timing's not right. You understand? There's times where you go up to a girl, you holler at her, she's feeling you, and she gives you the number. You understand? And or sometimes she's just in that, you know, mood where she's feeling good. And that's what makes you get the information. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to understand how timing plays an important, you know, part of the game, right? Because sometimes it's going to be the right time. Sometimes it's going to be the wrong time. You feel what I'm saying? To make shit happen. All right. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you click the link below. Also go to Bad Boy Membership where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below so you can send me a question and I'll do a video on it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which gives you 7 tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.